it's me. Hi, it's me, Sailor Moon here, Serena here, and today I'm going to talk about this one thing that I do think needs to be talked about. Alright, so today we're going to talk about Jesus the healer, Jesus the freer, and what he did for mankind and womankind. Now, God had made a oath to all mankind and womankind that one day he would send, that he would make it right, that he would send someone, some way he would make it right, and that he would free us from sin. Now, God did keep that oath because a son was born, and that son's name was Jesus. And Jesus would, well, he would do a lot of things. Jesus would heal a lot of folks. He would help, he would make the blind see, the deaf hear, and the lame walk. Unwalkable? I don't know. But Jesus would also befriend folks and help folks that many other folks out there would not think that one should be being friends to. Yes, Jesus did say that everyone was a sinner, but not to worry and not to fear, that he would free them from that sin. But he also let them know if they chose to follow him, it would not be smooth. They would go through a lot of binds and hang-ups, but he oathed at the end it would be good at the end. So God so loved the world, God sent us his only son, Jesus. And Jesus died for our sins. Now, yes, it's true that Jesus did ask God if there was another way that mankind and womankind could be freed from sin. And Jesus said that the only way that they could be freed from sin was through his blood and through his death. So God was willing to put Jesus through that, since God loved us so much. And Jesus was willing to go through it too. And through his death and his blood, God forgave us. And God and Jesus forgave us. And made it, and gave us our afterlife. Or gave us our forever life. And made it smoother for us to get to heaven. Now, that now I know that that's not everything that happened, and there's a lot more to the saga and tale. I know some folks will say, well, Jesus didn't learn about what made him outstanding until years later. Yes, it's true. Jesus started out as a wood craftsman or a wood maker in the beginning of his life, before he learned that he was the Son of God. But once he learned he was a son of God, and once he learned that he was outstanding, being outstanding meaning that he was a son of God and he had skills and crafts and could do things that other men and women could not do, and one of those was also healing and freeing, and also being sinless, something that no man or woman can ever be. But through God's forgiveness and through Jesus' death and God's forgiveness through that, God sees us as clean, as holy, as sinless as we once were in the beginning. So when we all, so there, and then there's going to be this, there's always going to be this big fight over, well, not of a fight, but more of a thought of belief over who is healed, who is freed, and who is not. Some folks would think, oh, well, it's only the folks that believe in Jesus and God that are freed. No. Since God loved all mankind and all womankind, that meant everyone. When Jesus died for our sins through his blood, that meant everyone. The believers, the unbelievers, and the non-believers too. Now, do I know this to be true? No. But I would believe that there would, I believe that God and Jesus did that for everyone. And if you choose to believe it, and you choose to take God and Jesus, and you choose to have their kinship and their forgiveness and their love, that's good. But if you do not choose it, that's your own choosing, since you got free will, but I believe you were healed and freed all the same. So, yeah, I know I got into the worship on this, and I know that we don't always talk about it all the time. Yes, we do have Jesus on our YouTube films a lot between November and December. But I just wanted to let, and everyone wants to know what the true meaning of Yule is. Well, I can't speak for what Yule was in the past, before Jesus was born, but I can speak for what Yule is now. Yule is onlooking the birth of Jesus, that oath that God kept to us, the oath that God made way back in the early BLs, that He kept, and that He kept. And that oath was Jesus, His Son. And yes, we're all sons and daughters to God. But when they say the Son of God, they are saying that He was the outstanding Son of God, who was sinless, who had skills and crafts, who could do things, and also in some ways behaved in ways that other folks thought were odd. Now, at the time, there were many oversights and laws, which some were fair, some were not, but Jesus chose to follow the oversights and laws He thought was right, and not follow the ones He thought were not right. And He chose to befriend and take on folks that everyone else felt was, beneath them, or they were sinners and they couldn't have nothing to do with them. But Jesus saw the good in them and befriended them and took them on, and saw the good in them that they didn't see to themselves. So, at the end of the day, I just want to talk about Jesus the Healer, Jesus the Freer, and hope that someone out there might watch this film and then learn a little bit about God's Son, Jesus, who came to earth 100 years ago, maybe even more years than that, and some of the things that Jesus did, and the big yielding that God and Jesus did for us. I'm Sailor Moon Serena, and I hope you like this film. Follow me over here at Sailor Moon for Life, or watch the last film we made yesterday over here. We'll see you later. Bye.